Fuck with this? Okay.
Oh,
Shit. Fuck up your balance.
yeah. That was actually really perfect.
Mm.
All right.
All right.
So,
How do you begin a story time, right? And how do you expose, how do you go about exposing yourself in order to expose the larger misdeeds that are being done to you out of vindication? I began to date the son in this family about 2 years ago, maybe a little longer. We met online, Facebook dating, real cute. He was in a field of sunflowers in all black and a pair of Ray-Bans, and I thought he looked very kind. I thought he looked cute, sweet. We began dating during the pandemic, and we spent a lot of time at my place. We spent a lot of time doing things that he liked, working on vehicles, selling vehicles, playing video games, being indoors. During and throughout our relationship, I was dealing with the consequences of a prior relationship that ended negatively and resulted in that individual taking my son and fleeing in order to punish me for no longer wanting to participate in our toxic relationship that unfortunately became mutually abusive. When that individual took my son, the same claims that will be made in regards to my daughter, that I will hurt them, that my record and the kind of life I've lived will influence them negatively. Throughout our relationship, I was an upstanding girlfriend, right? I cooked, I cleaned, I participated, I submitted, I played the role. To be treated in such a blatantly wicked manner, because what else can I call it? It's wicked. To be so punitive, it's wicked to imagine that you can pass such judgment and participate in such behaviors that are not only repeating the same trauma that I unfortunately had to go through with my son, but on a more massive scale, because this is insidious. It's pervasive. It's domestic violence. It's abuse of the civil system. It's blackmail for effectively speaking out against my treatment, and also being insanely aware, because I've been told of the crimes, of the behaviors of this family and their businesses. So, chapter 1, the heist. Well, me and the son are in a relationship. His father, who owns a business, a cash business, a primarily cash business. Money everywhere. While I am furthering my relationship with the son, and I become pregnant, as I become more into the fold, the family is now even more comfortable than they already had been, which I will definitely get to. The insane, comfortable nature of this family, and the way they speak, the way they behave, and the things that they think they can just get away with because they're white and they have money. One day, minding my business, we're hanging out at the warehouse, working on a house that I can't wait to speak about. As we're working on this house, the father returns from a trip. He's done conducting business, and he's got the fucking bag. He's got the bag, but the bag gets left behind. The bag that's left behind is now in the custody of Mother. Mother decides to instill in me her faith, her trust, and provides me the bag. I'm on my way to their home anyway. Why don't I just drop it off? The bag is, of course, fucking full of money. What else would be in the fucking bag? I recall having this bag sitting in my car, opening this bag and thinking, damn, that's some fucking bread. And you know what? I can use some fucking bread. Why? Because I can use some fucking bread. Because I'm a poor black girl. Because I work warehouse jobs. Because I have sticky fingers. Because the cost of custody cases is outrageous. So, I open this bag and I think of my son. No, I don't think of this fucking family. I think of my son. I think of myself. I think of my daughter. And I also think about how the son that I am with is horrible with money, deplorable with finances. Gambling? Why fucking not? Buy another vehicle, buy another vehicle, buy another vehicle, buy another vehicle, buy another vehicle. Why the fuck not? Like, fuck it. It's nothing. Sure. Let me subscribe to all of these unnecessary things that I don't fucking need. Burning money, blowing money, because it's nothing. So, why the fuck not? I take the money. When I take this money, I place the bag into the home, into their room, return to my vehicle, put it into the back middle console, drive away, and go home. What did I do with the money? I put the money into my savings account. I need to save money. I can't trust the son to. I don't have a job, so I'm going to save it for a rainy day. Why not? After my crime, an investigation is underway. Money is missing. We've got to figure out how this happened. Cameras get installed. Traps get set. And like the first trap I stepped right into, when mother handed me the bag, I stepped into it again, going to their home, being there alone, and thinking to myself, why not? So, I'm caught. They have me on camera. This is like August of 2021. And shit's not gonna be great. It's not good, right? It's not on the up and up. Motherfuckers is mad. Why not? There's money missing. And this black girl that we allowed into our home, into our hearts, this black girl that would have been living in a motel that was converted into an apartment. This poor girl, this bitch has the nerve. We're saving her. Can't she see that? The baby shower. Absolutely beautiful. Does she not remember that? Her son. We treat him just like he's our own, just like all the others. Has she no clue how deeply she's harmed us? Has she no clue that we're saving her? She should be grateful. I remember the day that he was told. I'd look in my phone, but I'll put those receipts in a Google Doc. I remember it vividly because when he called me and he was like, my parents want to speak to me, I just knew. Like, I don't know how, but I knew. And I asked him to keep me on the line. He was like, it's really urgent. It's super important. So I'm like, word. But I don't know. I just knew. Like, I just knew the fucking jig was up. And I just knew. So he swings over to his house. Hey ma, hey pa, what's fucking going on? And they sit down to show him the tape. Keep in mind, I'm on the phone in his pocket. So I'm just listening to the language being used to describe this. How concerned they were. Oh, you're going to be so, are you hurt? I know this is so difficult for you. Tragic. Look, caught her. Got him. Fuck you. Yo! Dead ass no. Got him. Like, that's the type time we're rocking out on. And damn. For the way they were speaking about me, you'd imagine like they hate me off jump. But what do I know? So they're talking to him about how, you know, we shouldn't get married, how he should file for 50-50 custody right now, how concerned they are that my behavior will influence my children, and perhaps that's something to keep an eye on, keep her away from. It was wild. So, he's like, oh, and basically they're like, if you don't want to be with her, like, it's your choice. It's his choice type time, but it's not. So, wrap that up. Time to swing back over to my place. Skirt! This is towards the end of my pregnancy. My daughter will be born in September. So he swings over to my crib. He comes in. I already know what it is. I'm just like, no. You're in denial. You're just like, nah. And he's like, they got tapes. And I'm like, shit. Got him. Fucking live. Like, it just was like, damn. I know him. I date him. He has a record. We've talked about the college experiences and all that fun stuff. Yeah. Whatever. But as he sits down to talk to me about this, it's nothing he isn't aware of. I've been struggling with keeping my hands to myself. I'm not stealing off on bitches. I'm stealing off with a bag. I'm stealing off with some clothes. I'm stealing off with a filet mignon because I want to eat filet mignon. All those steaks that I cooked, y'all, I stole them. All right? I'm poor. I can't afford steak. So I stole it. Because I'm hungry for steak. That's what I wanted. That's what I took. I know this is a destructive pattern of behavior. I'm not dumb. I know it's going to continue to cause me heartache and unnecessary headaches if I continue that behavior. However, when the son sits down with me, sorry. He's like, well, you should have been taking smaller amounts. Me and the manic pixie I used to date, we used to steal off all the time. Well, and aside from those things, he knows I suffer with this problem. I spoke to him about it pretty much as soon as we started dating. And then we started stealing together. Yes. Oh, what? Huh? Naughty? Confusion? How? Who? What? No. The son knows exactly what I'm talking about. From stores to your father to the business that you run. The son is a thief as well. And why wouldn't he be? Don't we learn certain patterns, certain behaviors from our parents? Did he just imagine one day that stealing was bad, or was this a learned behavior much like mine, picking up this from individuals and influences around me that I don't probably need to be around as a child? But why middle class, super kind, sweet boy, why does he steal? Why was he a thief? How did he become a thief? Because it wasn't from me, right? I just got here, basically. So it wasn't from me. Where did he learn that from? Why is he okay with that? Right. After this, a list emerges. Well, one, I go to speak to Mommy Dearest. Me and Mommy Dearest was tight. We was tight because she told me everything. For no reason, for no reason. For none. From her daughter to her son to her marriage to the family overall to the uncle to the aunt to the abuelo to the abuela. Everybody. Everything. From her mouth to my ear. And for what? Because these things were overwhelmingly negative. But we were tight. Because we were trauma bonding. And she knows exactly why. It's so wild that Mommy Dearest can read the room but not read herself. It's very strange to me. I didn't pick up on how that probably wasn't good. How if I'm entering into a family and the matriarch is automatically just feeding me nothing but a negative storyline about her entire family, I should peep that as a warning and I should have minded my business. I don't regret not minding my business. I absolutely love my daughter, and that's why I'm doing this. So, me and Mommy Dearest was tight. I'll get into that in chapter 2. But I go to render the apology. I'm sick, because I'm ashamed. I feel horrible. I truly believed at that point in time that this woman cared for me, saw me, and that we were bonded, as we had spent quite a lot of time together. So, I'm sick, sick. I can't eat, I can't sleep because I'm ashamed. I'm guilty. I did this. And for what? They are saving me, aren't they? They are making my life better. All I had to do is ask for the money, right? I'll get into that. Let's get into the list. So, go to Mommy Dearest, tons of tears, go over to the little cute Mennonite park. John is fly, they fucking hooked it up themselves, little swings and slides and all that. Fucking Mennonites, right? But we're over here, we're bonding, we are bonding next to the pond. We are sharing the moment, we are sharing the feelings, the emotions, we are having a catharsis. We are having a catharsis, right? And I'll never forget when she told me that what I've done has felt like a death in their family. I don't know if I mentioned the amount that I took, but I believe it was $4,965. That's something. It ain't light. You could do something with that. She gives me a list eventually. And before that, there is something else. How she talked about father's reaction. So apparently father, who legitimately is just an unnecessary tyrant in this family for no reason. Not as bad as the grandmother, because she's out of pocket. But him, like, yeah, he's wild. She tells me that he's never felt such a betrayal, such a deep hurt. It's weight. The weight of words is actually ridiculous. And so she's feeding me nothing but, he can't believe this. Now his life has turned upside down. He doesn't know how he's gonna go on. So on and so forth. It's wild. So back to the list. We sit down eventually. And this list is created because the house that I mentioned earlier that we had built, that we had worked on together, we weren't allowed to move in until this list was complete. Or mostly complete. Because there was only one true thing on that list that mattered, and that was my bank statements. They wanted all of my bank statements from the month I met their son on. They're looking for cash deposits because I put the cash into my savings account. And now they want to see if I put more money into that savings account, more money into any of the accounts. I am asked to provide between my checking, savings, and US Reliabank card, which you can't deposit money into, or I am not going through all the hoops to do that when I have a regular bank account. So I provide them with all of these statements. And we're not talking just they get to look at the deposits. They're looking at every single thing that I've purchased. And he has those statements in his email. I'm required to continue to go to therapy, but I was already in therapy. Again, to what I was saying earlier, I knew I had this problem. I was actively seeking therapy. I spoke to my brother's father about this issue at length. Talked to my best friend at length about this issue. I know I have this issue. I was in therapy prior to this happening. So I know. So them requiring me to go to therapy was just kind of redundant. She wanted me to go to these like NA meetings for kleptomaniacs, and it's like, what we finna do, sis? Share our techniques, like, yeah, like what are we doing? Why would I do that? I'm in therapy. Anyway, Oh, and then I gotta go apology. I gotta go on a world tour, baby. So I'm hitting up everybody who works for him in a larger capacity than just handing out the things he sells. So, your girl is going to get this list done, getting shit done. And meanwhile, the son is just kind of over here like, hey, it's all gravy. I end up having to give birth to my daughter because, you know, I'm pregnant. So, in the middle of genuinely like apologizing to people, I'm like having contractions. This is September 11th. I go into labor September 12th. Well, like intense labor, really September 12th. And the birth of my daughter is a time that should have been very joyous. And I was made to feel that I stole this momentous moment from the mother, the father, the sister, and the son. That what I had done was so deplorable. They couldn't even come to show support for their son. It is his daughter as well, right? We'll get into that. But it's supposed to be his daughter too, right? So, what's wild to me is when I gave birth to my daughter, outside of the son absolutely disrespecting me by playing League of Legends, by looking up cars, by not giving a single damn fuck to take a video or photo of the birth of his daughter. But she's as much his daughter as she is mine. Nothing. 12 hours, nothing. Primarily sitting in the chair in the bathroom while I run around in complete agony. So anyway, I give birth to my daughter. The sister, well, the mother, she can't bear to come inside. Tells me a whole bunch of bullshit reasons later on for why. Sits outside the entire time. The sister is on her way. Hey, sister. Hey, girl. Hi. Sister comes and sits in my room, the birthing room. I will have a whole other episode on why the birth of my daughter and the lack of evidence that I pushed this girl out of me, the lack of that is mentally anguishing. I gave birth to her. Talk about it another time, right? So, sister shows up, comes, sits in. Hey, hold your knees. Rock-a-bye, baby. Cute shit, right? But I am so consumed by guilt that instead of just Hi, isn't my daughter beautiful? I'm crying. You remember, sister, I'm crying to you while you hold my daughter. While you hold my daughter. And I tell you, I say, oh, I can't believe. And I fucking feel it. Because you always wanted a sister, right? Because you're the progressive one in the family, right? Because you're the one who told me that they could have just given me the money several times. Do you remember that? Do you remember that when we second time we met? We're at your house, kicking it. Can I kick it? Yes, we can. Barbecue. Yeah. Barbecue with all the pre-made food all the time, but whatever, yak. Do you remember while we're sipping on wine because you can't stand to be around your family without being sauced up? I can't believe they just won't give you the money. They have it. They have it. They just want you to beg for it. Sister. Sister, sister! You're wild. You are a fake, progressive, liberal, acting like you care about disenfranchised communities, families, and you genuinely don't. You would never go on to treat me and my children the way you have if you did. So, I apologize to you. You say, among several things, you think people can change. Mental health is very important. So if I'm seeking help, I must be doing the work. The amount of money or the fact that I even stole, it's not that big of a deal. It's not. In fact, sister, come on, sister. Do you not remember sitting in that chair, holding my daughter? Holding her, my daughter. And you told me that this is so much worse because you're black. You said that. So did your brother. So we're going to get into the family and the stories they've told me about themselves and about each other. Unsolicited, for no reason. I'm not sure why. Mother, we spent a lot of time bonding. You doing your little quilts, cute granny shit. Bitch. For real, cute granny shit. You was always having problems getting those projects done. Gotta check in on that depression. I know it's just Tradi. So, mother, I remember first meeting you. You talking to me about your son. Your son, whose life has been so rough, so hard. How all your life you imagined he'd just die. I would definitely sit down with a therapist, discuss it, figure out why you feel that way, get help. I'm actually concerned that the help you guys are getting isn't sufficient, so hashtag get better help, because it ain't fucking working. It's not. This victimization complex that you have and bestowed upon the son, upon the daughter, upon everybody, for real, everybody in the circle is sick, because they're all victims. Such a rough life. It's such a rough life. Y'all guys own several businesses. You guys own several vehicles. You guys are retired. The son has been given a business. Can't wait to get into how that started. I mean, it's such a rough life, but you guys go on vacation several times throughout the year. Mother, it's so rough, but you can hit the road. Bitch, move, bitch, all the time, type time. You are always doing something. And I don't know if y'all health insurance is that poppin', but damn, you stay at the chiropractor. Like, I don't understand. But okay, all right, fine, fair, whatever. Your son's ruined. He's so sweet and so kind that all he ever does is get taken advantage of by the bully on the soccer field, by the Polish girlfriend, by the poor girlfriend whose mother was a nurse, ripping, running, working so hard. Everyone just takes advantage of him. Especially the manic pixie. Oh boy. And now me, right? It's as if your son is just incapable of guiding his own life. It just seems like he's so fragile, so weak, broken. Mother, you and I were on our road to kind of getting cool again. You know, I'm completing the list. I'm doing the cute stuff. I'm ordering the HelloFresh. I'm not really asking you for help, even though we just moved into this house. I'm really out here drowning, just trying to get my mental bearings in order. I just gave birth to my daughter. You guys, yo, do you remember when, as I'm in therapy, mind you, my therapist was just like, hey, maybe it'll be a good idea for you to see the video. Maybe it'll give you a different point of view, different feeling to watch yourself steal from people that you love, from family, right? So, I ask you for a copy of the tape for therapy. And your text back got the receipts. Got them. The text back you sent me was that I'd need to either pass along my therapist's information so that your lawyer could get in contact with them. You know, this is like a few days after I had my daughter. She is not your granddaughter. You do not act like that. It is so false, so superficial, clearly, primarily based on material, which is why you always stay dropping off shit and never staying. You don't hang the fuck out. Here's some diapers. Here's a quilt. Here's a fax. Oh, God. Fuck. It's ridiculous. But y'all are trying to take my daughter. Mother. Shit is getting cool. The vibe is right. Because I'm over here kissing father's ass. So let's just swing over to Padre. Father is a great example. Praise him. Holy. Yes, he is. I ain't never. Yo, I gotta swing back to mother because the way mother spoke about father, it was like, he should be grateful I don't cut you the fuck off type time. Like, I can't stand to be around him. I hate him. He's annoying. I was about to divorce him. This one time, packed up my son, left sister behind. My nigga, how the fuck you gonna leave sister behind? What is that? What is wrong with y'all? You left sister behind, took the son and was like, we gonna get into that. You have a sick relationship with the son in this family. He is used as a pawn so that you don't have to face the reality of the fact that your relationship is nothing but a toxic pit of passive aggression, anger. Y'all talk about each other in front of the grandchildren, in front of everyone. That's on period, point blank. You use your son in order to continue to ignore the fact that you should have got a fucking divorce. And I've got the receipts on that because fucking sister called that shit when she was fucking cool with me on some I've got a black girlfriend type time. Ha ha. Ha ha. Like, whoa. Father. Once you got those bank statements, we rockin', we rollin'. It might as well be like ain't nothing else happened. Why? Because everybody was stealing from you. You was stealing from yourself. Shit, fuck. Turn around, you didn't even know it, right? Period. Your business practices are a cause for public concern. You're fucking around with the health of individuals so that you can cut corners and make a bag. The house that I helped build, that my children were living in, the house that I nested, there's no permits, there's no zoning, there's no nothing. Because you like to cheat the system too. Because you're a thief too. That's where the son learned it from. Like father, like son. You taught him. You are fraudulent. You were only happy that me and your son stayed together because you saw how goddamn lazy the son is. Everyone knows it. Your workers know it. You know it. Mother knows it. The family knows it. And it's excused because his life is ruined. I cannot wait to get into what ruined his life. Cannot. Father, I really don't have too much to say to you because what else can I say? Everybody talks about you and you know that. Period. It must suck. It must suck to walk into one of your locations and everybody, the air is different because everybody just got done talking shit about you. I don't know what to say about that. Like, that sucks for you. But they don't like you because of your business practices. And then because of how you treat them as if you're better than them. It's whack. It's corny. You're a thief. You're a liar. But you get away with it because you're a white man. You guys think you can get away with treating me the way you are. Because you're white. You own businesses. You're insane enough to imagine that your influence because of your businesses in that local area are going to get you what you want. And I imagine that now you're probably reconsidering what it is that y'all actually want. But it's going to be way too late for that. Father is a fraud. He's passive aggressive. You put locks on freezers. You took the fan out of the smoke area in the warehouse because you were tired of the fans running. You're so petty. It's scary actually. You're so petty. You'll put a lock on a freezer because I told you to just be accountable and you wanted to throw the son-in-law situation in my face. Can't wait for that little chapter 2. Father, you're a fraud, you're a scheme. You ain't filing taxes right. You owe the county some money for that property. And I know all of this, which plays into the punitive and vindictive nature being shown in the PFA and obviously what you probably want to do in the custody case. The daughter. The daughter is Disney. The daughter is a white savior type bitch. The son-in-law is a Caillou looking motherfucker who most of the time be hanging out in the fucking basement avoiding niggas because you don't want to fucking talk to anybody. And so when we get into the situation with the son-in-law, that's where things shift heavily again in this ridiculous family. Here's the story. The son-in-law and the sister communicate with brother about coming up to visit They live about 2.5 hours away from where we live. All right. The son-in-law is going to swing through with his son. He's going to teach the Kento how to freaking shoot. He's going to teach El Chapo Brett. He about to create a new El Chapo. So he's going to take him up here. We going to be in the woods with it. You know, because, hey, got to learn how to shoot, right? Right. So, you know, this is February. No, April, whatever. I got the receipts. I'll put it up there. He comes through. Skirt! But there's no skirt. Because despite him and sister telling brother that, yo, we going to come up, we going to do this, yak, 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 we'll see you, because brother called sister that morning to ask for the Disney Plus login information, and she was just like, I don't know. I don't use a password manager. So, cool, yak, yak, yak. I go up to sleep because my daughter is downstairs minding her business like the good Lord put her on this earth to do. Knock out, wake up, come downstairs, and I talk to the son. I'm like, yo, they stopped by, and he was like, no. Actually, what's wild is that they came over, was shooting and everything, and then they just left. I was like, they just left? And he was like, yeah. I was like, nah, like what? Family don't do that. I'm not driving 2.5 hours up to where someone lives knowing that they just had a child. That's your niece, son-in-law. And be like, nah, I'm not going to check in. Fuck them. They good. They groovy. They still living, right? We did talk to him on the phone earlier, so what? What? This is a big catalyst, because I'll get into all my other Facebook posts and them being vindictive about that, but the son-in-law situation. I reach out to his wife, which is sister. Hey, sister, we didn't know this was going to happen, blah, 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 blah. There are receipts. I don't have time to try to remember that stuff verbatim. But we discuss, or I just explain, hey, mental health is like so important. That's what you said. Hell, mother be talking about how you can't go into a room that's too cluttered and she's got to unclutter it for you because you get too overwhelmed. Damn, fuck is wrong with y'all? Like, I'm sorry. Like, shit, fuck, anyway. So I'm like, damn, if you get anxious like that, you feel like that, since brother is so protected, since everybody talks about him like he ain't nothing but a weakling, he's nothing but broken, I would imagine you'd comprehend that he doesn't have the language, clearly, doesn't have the chest to be like, yo, why the fuck did this dude not come over? So I explained that to you. You talking about something, you don't need a lecture on rudeness from me. We get into it. I have to shut your dumb ass down. That's literally what it is. You're reaching. You're fucking reaching. In fact, that day, or a few days afterwards, I wrote about that. Mind you, great that I stayed and I always sought therapy. Love it. This is from April 12th. The past few days, I've learned that sister and mother are both fans of emotional manipulation. Despite my mother warning me and our relationship, I did not heed. Sunday, I sat down with mother to discuss the disagreement with sister. Our family is divided again on the way this was handled by you. Mother's words in a text to me. The son called the sister Saturday about Disney Plus. I get into it like, I will have to redact their dumbass fucking names, you know, whatever. But niggas is gonna find y'all anyway. Because I'm fucking exposing this weird ass shit because you're trying to steal my fucking daughter. Ah, yes. This is sister's statement to me. Ah, yes. My husband is the spouse in the family causing the drama. Girl, what drama? You don't give a fuck about the money. So what is it really? Are you mad because I pulled you up? I'm reading you and you're just fucking mad. You're upset. You're tight. You're salty. That's it. That's it. You're salty. Fuck. I cannot convince and do not intend to, in regards to these women about my Christmas post, despite giving clear and obvious reasons why these things are not about them. What's very toxic is both of them. Woo! Mommy, sissy. What's very toxic is both of them being upset with brother for not defending sister. Why would he? Sister, y'all ain't fucking. Y'all not in a relationship together. Y'all don't have a child together. What the fuck is he defending you from? For? You're weird. The fact that they are doing gymnastics to justify brother-in-law being rude and sister being a petty weirdo is a bit much. Mother not believing a word I say in order to victimize herself is sad. She even tried to convince me to censor myself on Facebook. Huh? I blocked them and anyone else in his family that stalks my page. You stalky, creepy, weird fucks. You punitive, vindictive, passive-aggressive, racist family. Man. Back to it. So, you know, after Rude, the vibe shifts. I shouldn't have called brother-in-law Rude. Fuck that weird ass Caillou looking nigga. Fuck you. Fuck you. You look like Caillou. You're fucking weirdo. And sister is with you because you're an older man. Mother told me that. She got a head start with you. Mother told me that. Because mother probably taught her what to do. Because mother did the same thing with father. He's not an older man, but damn, you told me you chased this man. You chased the bag. His parents worked for IBM. I'm not stupid. I'm not fucking dumb. Patriarchy, bitch. I'm not dumb. You were a poor girl. Don't forget it. I am a poor girl. Moving on. So, I'm going to get into the uncle real quick because you're insane as well. For all the good guidance, while I was in crisis. Mind you, I reached out to you while I was in crisis to help to see if you can help your nephew, because you told me when I met you he's to be protected. This is a man, right? Fuck, I fucked up. Huh. This is supposed to be a man, right? I don't know why I didn't heed literally what all of y'all were saying about him and about each other. That's my fault. That's me. Yeah, that's me feeding into the notion that, yeah, black men ain't shit. What the fuck was I doing? What the fuck was I doing? Assimilating. Uncle, you're a creep from off rip when I met you. You're talking about your wife and your sex life in a way that's so downright disrespectful to the union you have. The story behind finding G.I. Jane at the bar. Your nephew told me that one. Real strange. Real weird. It's really weird that you always seem to be around girls that are half your age, drinking Mai Tais all the time, encouraging them to do so even when they're underage. Even when they're underage. That's you. That's you, creepy uncle. That's you. Why are there always young girls at your stand? Why is it that homeboy in the other stand, his wife be pulling him out of commitments because he'll get in trouble? You guys are trouble. You're over there groping, touching, feeling on underage girls, overage girls. I don't give a fuck. 19, that's weird. That one girl was 19. And G.I. Jane, I don't give a fuck if she's an adult. You're weird. I'll never forget when she got her nipples pierced and you're just over here like, whew, geeking. Dog, you was geeking. I'll spray them. I'll help you clean them. You so cool, though. You're so cool, though. No. You're a creep. You're also a thief. You're also a liar. And all you do is talk about sex and drink while you should be just working. I don't understand it. I don't get it. Can't wait for people to just jump on all of this shit and really get into why the fuck those businesses, those locations are allowed to just operate however the fuck they want to. Dog. The quality of care that goes into the product that you guys put out is out of control. It's just like straight trash. It could fuck around and get somebody killed. But who gives a fuck, right? Y'all don't give a fuck. Y'all don't give a fuck about anybody. Not me, not my daughter, not my son, not even each other. So, the sun. We're going to get into the sun. My lover. My past lover. The man that, in my face, before filing this fictitious PFA in my face after I gave birth to the daughter that is in his custody now, told me that he doesn't love me anymore. He told me he doesn't love me anymore. I gave birth to my daughter that you have the privilege of even being in the presence of right now. You do not love me, do not love my daughter. You do not love yourself. And you never loved my son. You are a manipulator. You allow your family to drag manic pixie dream girl because you can't take accountability. You don't want to change the narrative because as long as your family thinks she was taking advantage of you, as long as your family thinks that she was the one that was the bad influence on you, you get to continue to pretend that you don't make active choices. Come sit with me, my lover. You disrespect, dishonor, disregard, gaslight, sexually intimidate, you are not a victim. You are not a good guy, a kind heart. You are the man that I've been warned of. The sweet guy. Be careful of sweet guys. They always seem to end up so sour. Lover, let's talk about your obsession with Manic Pixie. One of the plot lines on your journey that's responsible for why you're so incapable of effectively being able to carry on. Manic Pixie was all you ever wanted. Manic Pixie started a relationship with you because you went to her during her time of crisis and offered to sell weed with her. That's how you got her to even consider being in a relationship with you. You're a middle-class American goddamn white boy. Why the fuck are you going to college I know why I know why you were there. You were just avoiding your parents. But why the fuck are you going to college offering a girl that you know is in a worse position than you are? Someone that you could have just made a fucking phone call for and maybe gotten some help for. You decide to sell drugs with her, to engage in bad behaviors with her, and then when her story is cut short, when she lands from that flight and is never the same again, you used that woman as an excuse to not take accountability for the decisions that your family believes she made. That she was a bad influence. It was in the journal. A journal you did not need to have. I don't know why you had that journal. This beautiful woman had dreams and aspirations, and you only really wanted to be with her because she was cool and you felt like a loser. You're in college, drinking, not even partying, because you said you don't have friends like that. So you're just drinking and hanging around the periphery of her. Go back into your Facebook photos. Go check out her best friend's photos. You're in the background before you became in the foreground, and you're in the background creeping the fuck around, waiting for your door to get in because you had no reason to get in. Because she was on her superstar type time and you were just trying to ride her fucking coattails. That's all you fucking do. And you did the same thing to me. I'm not stupid. I'm not crazy. I'm not high. I'm not drunk. I know exactly what I'm talking about because I was in therapy the entire time this was going on. I have the language, and it might be shocking to you creeps, but I went to college. I had a lengthy and full resume. I was out there in them KU streets. Her journal was all about someone else. You were like a single page. There's no disrespect in me reading a journal that you had no business having. That wasn't yours. Her guitar isn't yours. Her clothing isn't yours. Her sex toys, her school ID, her logins, her nudes. You and that family behaved as if she belonged to you. Your mother told me, I'll never tell him to move on. Oh, what? Get down with the sickness. Come with it. let's get into the other life-ruining event in the son's life. Son had a best friend. Hey, best friend, hi. Son had a best friend. Best friend ends up tragically dying. Rest in peace. And I mean, what else can I say about that, right? A whole fucking lot more. You have this man tatted on your fucking back. Whoa, yo. All y'all do, it's just for show. That tattoo is actually, like, for real, very disrespectful. It is. Like, you're not. Y'all, listen. He had scholarships to colleges, right? You didn't. You didn't have the grades. You know that. You remember that. You want to pull the transcripts up? That's why you fucking transferred to Penn State. Yeah. Good old Nittany Lions. Fucking hate that school. Over here getting prepped. Anyway, yak. He was the one who was supposed to, like, go to college, and you was just following him. You be following niggas. You don't know what the fuck to do. You're not a leader. You're a follower. That's why you ride the coattails. That's why your father runs the business. That's why he was fucking happy that we stayed together, because when I was running our ship, you don't run shit except for a way. Come with it. So your life is ruined because of his tragic demise. Even though you literally drive around in your car and play video games. Like, what are you doing? You have him tatted on your back and you act like that. You're wild. There's something wrong with you. You're sick. Just, it don't add up. It doesn't. So, the fact that the family even, like, organized something in his honor and you never went. Multiple things. Like, it was a running thing for several years. And you was just like, despite the fact that you participate in that sport. That's your that on your back. On your back. Yo, you should really get that removed. Like, on some real stuff. Like, because if I was up in heaven, I'd be like, what the fuck? Nah, dog. I'm not always with you. You guys hyped up these things in his life, made them seem outrageously large, made it seem like he'd never get over them. So I've sat with him several times to discuss these things, and he shared with me several times how he even thought, like, do I have Asperger's? Am I mentally... Is there something mentally off the radar? Because the way that my family handles me and treats me, I'm hard pressed to think otherwise. So, my love, your life is not ruined. In the streets, niggas die every day, bro. I have dead friends. Rest in peace, Chris. I have dead friends. He's not the only one. You grew up middle class. Stop fucking with me. You had access to medical insurance. You have the ability to work on your mental health. And instead, you decided, because you're grown, you decided to stay in that dungeon. No, in that tower, in that room, high, obsessing over your exes, stalking your most recent ex so bad, you need help. You're addicted to chatterbaiting. Nico, Loca, Laka, Lika, Laka, Lepka, Macka, Heckin. Homegirl. And you're so cheap. Yo, you're sick, dog. You'll blow bands on these weird vintage, fucked up, rust up, motherfucking whatever type vehicles, but you won't even spend a few coins on chatterbait for shorty? Huh, fuck, like, it's free. I just watch it while I'm playing games. For what? This girl is over here, legs up, getting drilled by machinery, and you're just over here on some, like, it's background noise? My nigga. Ay. You stalk the girls from your high school talking about some, I just want to see what they look like now. My nigga, you looking at what you wish you had, but not realizing what the fuck you had right the fuck in front of you. Dummy. Straight up. You're a clown. And I'm going to laugh at you. You abuse me. You gaslight me. When I gave birth to my daughter and I realized you didn't take any photos, any videos, nothing. You're just on League. You're just checking in on the girls in the porn and in the cars. When I talked to you about that, you lied to me. My nigga, I was in labor. I was running around. You lied to me. Talking about some, well, I didn't take pictures and videos because we were in the moment. This was an intimate moment between us. Let me tell you something, my lover. You knew exactly, or you should have known exactly because I told you, because I made you actively a part of me seeking a midwife, why I wanted to have a natural birth after a C-section, the depth of all of that and what it meant to me. And for you to turn around and lie, you are a liar. You are so emotionally, mentally abusive. It's not even funny. Nothing from my daughter. You have her now. You refuse to help me with the children, with my daughter, with my son. Despite my daughter bearing your last name, it is like pulling teeth to get you to take care of her. You're always so tired because you're depressed because you've had a rough life. So while I'm suffering over the consequences of my actions in regards to your mother
and father not wanting to help with the children. You decide to make me suffer as well and not help with the children. One of them is actually yours. She's not yours. She's my daughter because you do not care about her, but she has your blood, your last name. So, but she is not your daughter. She will not be like you. She will not be like y'all. You put so much pressure on me to have sex with you. All you do from time we started dating, I've told you several times, because of the abuse I've been in before, I don't like when you just grab my ass, grab my tits. Oh, you got a big ass. I don't give a fuck. I'm asking you politely. And I'm asking you over and over and over and over again. You grab my ass. You grab me by the pussy. We're in Trump County, so I might as well fucking expect it. You are a closeted conservative. You're a racist and a closeted conservative. And you know that. And now I do too. You know I'm not lying. You grab, I don't care about my posts talking about sucking dick. Bitches gonna suck dick whenever they suck dick. Who gives a fuck? But I'll tell you this much. I genuinely was not sucking your dick because I wanted to. You asked me to and asked me to and asked me to and keep me up. Can you? Can we? It's been so long. Trying to fucking guilt trip the shit out of me to the point that I'm just like, all right, fine. Let's get it poppin' then. It only lasts a fucking minute anyway. It only lasts a fucking minute anyway. So I might as well get it over with. I've been here before. Men are relentless. Like, no actually truly does not mean no to y'all. Like, it just does not. Please stop. What? When you're trying to grab. What? It's not funny. You're not being cute. You're not a quirky little white guy who don't know no better. I've told you. In your face. I've gone through prior domestic violence. Because I'm poor. Though we love those cycles. Addiction, domestic violence, all that. Get into it later, right? I'm asking you politely. I'm sharing with you why I don't like that. How it's triggering to me. And you, because you only care about yourself, continue to treat me like that. Just how you are now. I need to pull up the PFA. I think that your behavior is disgusting. You're small. You take advantage. You just committed insurance fraud. Your silver Beamer the cause of why the PFA is being filed in the first place, I know too much. And I told you that night. The night before you filed the PFA. I sat down with you and I said, hey, I see what's going on. I don't give a fuck what I'm posting on Facebook. Don't, because it's the truth. I don't give a fuck. But I'm glad I made all of those posts before the PFA. I'm glad I started doing all of this stuff. You are abusing me. Your family is abusing their power, their role, and they think they can control me and shut me up just like they do to you. I'm not broken. I am not a victim. Not a victim. I am a survivor. Always will be. I'm a survivor. I'm not gonna give up. I'm not gonna stop. I'ma work harder. Yeah, that's me. That's why he was riding my coattails on this business here. On this business. This is me. This is my work. That's why when I got certified, yo, abuse, you're fucking sick. You're so lazy. You're so lazy. Lazy, 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 lazy. Because your life is ruined, you get a pass for it. You're so lazy, you will watch me out there on those 14 acres while you're taking a nap and LOL is just rolling on the screen all damn day. I cook, I clean. You don't do any of that. Barely. Go look at your computer room. Go look at the room you left. The house we built that I'm not allowed to be in right now. That's me. And you had to be begged to work on it. I have the receipts. I have those receipts as well. You had to be begged to work on a home for you. You're so lazy. It's always an excuse. Oh, well, this. Oh, well, that. My tummy hurts. You and your mother's tummies be hurting all the fucking time. Please, my niggas, like, find a solution. Like, the time is now. The time is now. Figure it out. I need to get this PFA up. I'm certified to work with you in your business, and you'll allow me to complete full jobs. I just had a baby on double scaffolding and a ladder. You will literally sit outside proud, not really, man, you've been looking for someone to take over your role so you can just sit back and collect money. You're tired of working. This business was started for you by your father because you're a felon. Me too, baby. Remember when we were talking about learning to ride our motorcycles together? You got yours down. I was supposed to get mine down. And we were going to be the friendly felons. Except you're not friendly. You're just a fucking felon. A felon that most of your fucking family don't even know about. Y'all niggas is wild. Y'all live with it. And grandma down south being able to control grown-ass adults to the point that they're scared of getting tattoos when this woman is going to be on the way out of the fucking door soon. Where's the help at? Oh, that was me. That was me. Y'all found some fucking help. Hand delivered. Because my dumbass was over here subscribing to, you know, the black hatred narrative. It's all around me. As soon as I moved to that fucking county. Should have never. make me hate myself, hate my own people. I don't know how Father would always be talking about are you a conservative? Are you dumb? Y'all don't got no black friends, clearly. Y'all have never been around black people. And the black people y'all have been around have been tokens because they've assimilated and they want to be secure and safe in their life because of their proximity to whiteness. I know, I have the language. I know, I went to school. I read. Look, Ma. Look, Ma. You be so proud of me. I be reading. Libros. Love it. I grew up in the fucking library. My uncle used to take my fucking library card because I was such a geek. Talking about you're not allowed to access fucking library. Like, you always over there trying to read a book. Now you on punishment. Don't read. Dog, there's books in the house. Anyway, fuck, I don't know. I don't know what my uncle was on, but hey, he was rocking out. He was on his shit. Always got beef with somebody, but I love him too. Hey, this isn't a beef. This is a battle. No, I'm not going to stop. I'm putting it everywhere. I'm pushing it everywhere. I'm making the phone calls. I'm snitching on everybody and everything. Son, why did you tell me that your father had just made $1 million in the stock market? Why did you tell me that? The fuck? What is that for me? I don't know. Maybe it's just a little whisper in my ear to come after that fucking bread. Come after that bag. Y'all got a lot of it. I need some of it. I want to make sure I can save my son from the custody system. I knew what type of folks y'all were after my children got COVID. And this whack fucking father who's not vaccinated, don't want to wear masks, literally works in a business where he is exposed to thousands of people all fucking day long, tried to make us feel some kind of way. And that's also another reason why y'all are being so punitive and trying to get me on up out of here. That father can't believe I had the audacity to tell him, you're not going to tell me what the fuck to do with my children, or I'm going to leave. You're not going to sit here and be passive aggressive, vindictive, incapable of accountability. I'm going to fucking leave. I don't give a fuck about those businesses. I don't. Y'all do. And I would look after them dearly. Because the business your son is in, the amount of complaints, a civil action is pending against y'all right now. Right now. He's lazy and he installs subpar material into people's homes. That's the bottom fucking line. And you know it. There's always something malfunctioning with the equipment. There's always something going on. There's always a problem. Things are always getting pushed back. Things are always getting rescheduled. This man will literally wake up, get discouraged, and be like, I'm not going to work. And then father will be on a rampage all damn day, screaming about how lazy he is. I remember when we were in the rig, and he was trying to figure something out. Why are you coming in there to curse at us, slam things around? The equipment in this is it's not regular shit. It's not regular shit in there, and you know it. But you just want to jump in there and just act any kind of fucking way. I had to hire my best friend to come and work for me, really, for my daughter, because you just refused to help and also refused to talk to your mother about how they were wilding out. I'm gonna switch back to mommy really fast. Mommy, sister, and I forgot about freaking weird ass aunt down south. Auntie down south. Focus on the fact that that nigga wants a garage and not a child. Fuck is wrong with y'all? I ruined your family. Y'all are sick, racist, white savior complex motherfuckers. Auntie down south, I texted you. It was me, it wasn't him. When you were all upset because he wasn't getting back to you during Christmas time. And once you sent him the money, I sent it to myself. I did the fucking work. Fuck is wrong with you? Spent it on my children. Yes, I did. Yes, my children are very happy. Thank you for that family Christmas gift. You're a nut. You're a nut. You too. Focus on the fact that your husband doesn't help you with the child that you have. Focus on that. You was messaging him acting like you was in the mix. Bitch. For all the drama y'all swear that y'all don't love, y'all make shit up. I understand right now in society, niggas is coming out white people's necks. Y'all feel some kind of way. You want to be victims so bad. So bad. You'll find any reason to be one. Stub my toe. My life was never the same. Shit was never the same after that. The fuck is wrong with y'all? Go seek mental health. Therapy. Figure it out. Fix it. Because it's fucked up and y'all need help. Let me find this PFA. Let me get ready to wrap this up. Let me get ready to edit this, insert the chapters, insert the receipts, and send this off to every domestic violence agency I can. To every civil rights agency that I can. And you better hope I don't go full-fledged out of my mind and just put this on the community page. Because y'all local there. I'd love to just see the argument. I'd love to see who would pop up talking about some, oh, I worked for him. Oh, I had them do this on my property. And shit ain't go right. You know, customers weren't happy. Clients weren't happy. The people you guys are providing services to aren't happy. So, I need to find the PFA so I can read it so you can understand. So a PFA is a protection from abuse order, just in case you don't know. And a protection from abuse order is insanely easy to acquire. You can generally lie, full out lie. It's a civil action. So you can just lie and say whatever it is that you want. You can tell the truth, but you can also lie. And what's interesting about PFAs is that they get whoever in a domestic situation, whomever files first, despite it being mutual, will, or if it is mutual, mind you, this isn't mutual. This man is literally terrorizing me. This family is terrorizing me for no reason. $5K? Fuck that. It's the mother. Just like the grandmother. The grandmother that she hates. In fact, mother hates her own mother and her mother-in-law. Mother calls her own mother a psycho. Why? But you got the audacity to invite her on vacation. But I ruined the family. Are we keeping up? Are we seeing the sickness, the unnecessariness of all of this, the vindication? Y'all want to put me on a tree and just start swinging with a whip because at this point, y'all are not my fucking masters. Y'all need help. Okay. Okay. I'm connected to public Wi-Fi because I'm out here in these streets. I've been sharing a bed with my aunt. My son is with his amazing great aunt. She's an amazing woman. Just segue real quick to while all this is going on, my son's father just got into a critical accident. He's had his leg amputated from the knee down. He's had to have several surgeries. He almost lost his life. You whack. I really think I need like a restraining order from this family. Y'all know exactly the things that I'm going through, but y'all have the audacity to talk about some rough life, ruined this. Like, he's in rehab right now. And he's also, despite what he's done to me, praying over the situation, praying for my daughter, for my son, for my children. What else also kills me is that he was asking more often how my daughter was doing than her own father, which is fascinating because during all this crisis, during the cause of the PFA, you're getting high with your uncle, you're playing LOL, you're talking about how tired you are. All of this is so taxing. Before you file for a PFA, I blow shit up. I throw everybody on the fucking grill. Barbecue, fuck it. Remember those ribs I hooked up for y'all? Y'all didn't deserve those ribs. You would never fucking be invited to the cookout. Never. Y'all wish. You wish you could keep saying nigger like you did in college to your little friends and buddies. Lover. Let's get ready to get into these lies. Cause mind you, allowed to talk about it, it's on public record. So this will be going into the Google Doc as well. Redacted names so y'all can be cute, but I mean, how's that really even gonna fit to work? Like, niggas is gonna investigate. They just gonna go right onto my page. Shit. Go run and hide. Go fucking run and hide. This is a level of abuse that other white people love to talk about, to be a part of. Oh, not in Trump County. What are they doing to that poor girl? Meanwhile, y'all over there talking about some, I know you're crazy, Mom. I know you're out there just talking about some, well, look at what she's doing. And she's hurting us again. Now she's online. Why the fuck are you here? I know you're gonna watch this, but why are you here? Take care of your mental health. Limit your exposure to things that make you feel bad. Take responsibility. You got the money. You go to the chiropractor all the time. You be spending days indoors off of fucking laxative pills talking about some, oh, running with the shits again. Nah, I don't give a fuck. You don't give a fuck about me. I'm losing all of this weight. I'm stressing out of control. Y'all motherfuckers just always say some of the craziest stuff. In fact, I'll be pulling one of those things out. Oh, also releasing my whole journal, which actively, dates and all, redacted, but it's a real clear record of what was going on, what I was doing. Son ain't lifting a fucking finger ever. Ugh. Going to sit there talking about some you don't love me. What? 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 Do you remember that H3H3 seafood episode that I had showed you? What? My memory is super strong. Let's see. February the 6th. It helps to create a plan. Lately, I haven't completely stuck with completing my tasks because I haven't created a plan. I aim to work on doing this more at night so I know what to expect. For example, best friend's mother is coming over. The mother of the tragically lost soul. And please understand that no disrespect to you, but respectfully, if you watch this, you can kick rocks too. The way that you spoke to me on the phone, first off, you should never have gotten my phone number. I don't care. if you see how my Facebook feed is progressing, if you see all the things that I'm talking about, I shouldn't have deleted it. I should have just taken the names out. I wasn't wrong. I was not wrong. But you were. And you don't think you were because you're a white woman and it's about your son. But no, honey. No, it's not about your son. It's about the tokenization of your son and how that family uses it as an excuse for bad behavior, for for immobility. You were coming over at 2, and I wanted to tidy up before you came. So I was going to declutter, do the table, the counters, the couches, the chairs, vacuum, do the stairs, clean the bathroom, the sink, and take care of that mangy motherfucking mutt. Shout out to you though, shout out to you, Mangy, because I ain't gonna hold you. You knew some shit was popping off towards the end because you would not leave me alone. And now, everywhere I go, every dog I hang out with, I feel a little bad that I didn't, pet you more, but, you were literally my lover's, teddy bear. He would not let you go, type time. It was always him in a chair and you. Damn! You're so sick that when I'd be yo, I want to lay in bed naked, can the dog not be here? You'd be no. What? Who would do that? Why? I want to be naked, but you want the mangy mutt. What was I thinking? Why? Why did I do that? I'll get into a whole episode on nice guys. I'll get into how black women are encouraged. If you're a smart black girl, make the right choice, the safe choice, the right choice, the white choice. Come at my own neck. Bang. Yeah. We was told to seek y'all. Fucking for what? So you can enslave me? That's how you act. So, before I read the PFA, let me get into actually what happened that day. So, the night before, I genuinely tell you to your face, if you can't let go of these toxic, sick people, I'm leaving with my children and I'm not looking back. Period. I said you don't have to give up anything. You don't have to give up the house. You don't have to give up your business. You don't have to give up anything. You can keep all that. I don't want that. You can have that, right? I even told you that Monday, the week prior, before I was even on Facebook. Let me give you this. Come hold this out. Shit. Fucking. Ooh. No. Ooh. Just. Let's see. Have to cut that space out of this, right? June 30th. A lot has been going on since I last wrote. Best friend is no longer providing childcare or nanny services and has been working on himself in a variety of ways. The son, the family, y'all. The family took a vacation without us. Honestly, I've been working to pressure the son to confront them over the son-in-law situation, my Facebook, and this. When it truly comes down to it, I doubt things will change. I simply want to be myself, and they will punish me and my family for it. My son's father got into a critical accident. Yeah, You just fuck with my mind. I told you I'm not going to do this. I provided like this outline right here. I wrote out several outlines to discuss things with your family. I sat with your mother. We've cried and bonded over addiction. Yeah. All of this stuff. Like, but I tell you that I can't do it. I tell you that your family is insidious, infectious, that they will, if I stay around, do the same thing to your mother that was done to her by your grandmother. Your grandmother made your mother feel like shit for a multitude of reasons. For being a stay-at-home mom, for taking advantage. That's why my heart, that's why I lost so much sleep, so much weight. I just had a baby. I damn near have a fucking 6-pack. I had no breast. I breastfeed. Look at me. I'm supposed to be a cool 160, 170 if we talking about some, you want a little swaggy daggy. You want a little cushion for the fucking pushing. The 170 is where the fuck I would love to be at. That's my happy weight. I'm 120 pounds. Before my daughter, I'm rocking out at like 150. With her, I'm 186. I gave birth to her in September. It is now August. I breastfeed. There's no way on earth I should be this weight. And it's only because I overwork myself, trying to impress, trying to repent to a family of sinners. So, tell you all this stuff. Wake up the next morning, have the receipts. My best friend was on the phone. I'm trying to prepare my son for life. Get him ready. Get my daughter ready to do stuff. Mind you, you know I'm leaving. Things are still packed. They're continuing to get packed. You're getting left. The closer I come to getting rid of you, you leech, the more you turn. I love when niggas turn. I love when men get spiteful. I love it. Show me. Take it off. Peekaboo. Show me who you really are. Those little things that mommy dearest whispered in your ear. You're not getting enough sleep. She's taking advantage of you. I wonder if your mom touches herself to the thought of you. That's how sick it feels. She's not protecting you. She's in love with you. Because she can't love her husband. That's why she left with you and didn't take sissy. She's in love with you. She made you into her image. I am terrified, and she knows that. The receipts are there. I told her I was terrified of that man and her. And she should know why. Are her eyes gonna stay blue? How dark is she going to get? That's my daughter. Who gives a fuck how dark she's gonna get? She's beautiful now. Shut the fuck up. Who cares if her eyes are going to stay blue? You white supremacist fuck. I'm trying to continue to maintain the image so that I can at least enjoy the morning. I'm handling the children like normal. Son is on that corny ass fucking couch you gave us. Gracias. I move that shit around when I'm pregnant, not him. Ask father how many fucking times he came in, saw me moving this, moving that. I move pallets. I just had a child. I chop wood. I just had a child. I cut the lawn. I just had a child. Mommy, your daughter was so incapable of taking care of her children, you had to spend time with them to help them navigate a schedule. Bitch, you don't think I needed that? But I tortured myself thinking that I stole that from me and Brandon when you was never really fitting to give that shit anyway. I really don't think you were. Because the bond, the connection that I had to y'all, the photos, the cousin shirts, all of that, over the word rude, over 4,900 and whatever dollars, basically $5,000. Before I started dragging y'all on Facebook, this behavior was already happening. And I internalized that. So I lost sleep and I worked harder. You know damn well your pussy of a son was getting enough fucking sleep. This man was catching Z's constantly. Ask father. Every time he would come into the house, where he at? Sleeping? What, at this time? You know that though, dog. Fuck, you go wake him up. Why don't you get him up? You know why the fuck you wanted me around. You can't get your son to do shit. But guess who can? And you want to know what the fuck I have to offer him? Sex and food because he's a petty fucking child. This is your business. Get up and work it. Woo! So, you know I'm going to leave. We're back to the day. The day that the PFA, well, the action that you cite for why you get a PFA happens. We are clearly still not communicating, and I'm just trying to effectively tell you that. But you're already brainwashed, talking about some word salad. Your dad got that from Ben Shapiro. Come on. Y'all don't come up with nothing on your own, nothing original. I don't even know if he genuinely knows what it means, because I clearly can articulate myself. I know the framework for what I need to describe in what's happening to me, and you guys are afraid of that. You're afraid that the promises that I made you before I left, I would keep, and I'm keeping them now. Call Geico. Call Geico. I ask you to please watch our daughter. You're on the couch, phone in hand, dog on your dick like always. Was he sucking your dick too? Shit, I don't know at this point. I don't know anymore. I don't. Especially after all the sex toys from your exes. Get rid of them. In fact, please throw mine away. They're in the drawer, dog. Toss them. Don't. You can't carry that shit on. It's not right. It's fucked. Yo, that fucked with my mind. Like, I was like, what the fuck are these? Vibrators. Butt plugs. These are from your past relationships. You holding on to sniff them? Let me segue into a real quick story before I finish the PFA day story. The story your best friend told me. Why did your best friend tell me these stories? And please, if that man is listening, I hope he does. You're a creep. You wanted to fuck me. The way you look at me, so thirsty. You have a porn addiction. Lose the beer belly and give your fucking. Maybe don't give her a kid because you seem like you ain't really about shit either. Besides what? Figuring out when y'all can go to the next live League of Legends? My niggas, come on. Fuck, we gotta do something better. I wrote the fucking speech. I wrote that. He don't know how to write. Fuck, I don't. He over here on some fucking Tin Man if I only had a brain type time. Fuck you mean. I wrote the speech for your wedding. It's not that fucking hard to believe. It just isn't. I'm sorry, it's just not. You meet me, you tell me about one of his, first girlfriends. You smash the girlfriend. Okay, bros before hoes type story. But what's weird is we're sitting down at the computer playing this like chef game or some shit. Whatever the fuck, I'm just trying to vibe out with the white people. They like video games? Fuck it. Can't be that bad. Can't be bad to be on a computer all fucking day while your fucking wives are just over here like, y'all want to do anything at all. Anything? Dinner? Exist? Sex? I go over, man, haha. Look, long story short, you're a fucking weirdo talking about some, my lover asked you how it felt to be inside of his ex-girlfriend. Like, what the fuck? Why would you tell me that? Why do y'all tell me? Is it because I am a black woman and it's like, let me just like lay these burdens on her shoulders? She's probably been through such crazy shit. This is nothing to her. It's not, because it's not, though. It's not crazy to me. Because y'all need help. Y'all got money. Shut up. Sorry. For right now, niggas with money are gonna have to shut up while everybody else is fucking suffering and grinding out here. Dying out here. Son, you can work jobs and get a $10,000 check in a week, in a month. Fuck around, wait until your busy season. Might not be so fucking busy. Call them Better Business and call somebody. Call somebody. I will. Because I'm not scared. I'm not. Boom. Back to the day that shit's about to pop off. So you're not helping at all. I'm telling you you're playing on your phone. You like, no, I'm not. I'm like, yeah, you are. So I go over and I'm like, show me what's on your phone. And you're like, no, 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 no. You was getting a little chest with me. And you don't have none of that for the people, for your father, especially, who withholds your pay, plays with you. That man oh my God. I feel bad for you, but I don't give a fuck. That's what you chose. You choose to continue to be in that situation. That man controls your money, your job, your housing. And since I connected myself to you, I was in the same fucking boat. You can sink on that ship alone, dog. My nigga, I'm Rose over here, and you gonna be Jack. Sorry, I can't save you. I'm not trying to either. So anyway, now we're next to each other. I'm yelling because I'm upset. I'm like, you're just such a liar. Why do you have to lie all the time? Like, what is wrong with you? You're a pathological liar. And mind you, when I ask you to seek help, you make it my responsibility. You literally tell me I can't go to therapy without you. I don't have the words. Find them. Find them. Write them down. Text them. Something. You always in your fucking phone. Sorry. I'm not accepting these excuses anymore. That's what keeps the cycle of domestic abuse alive and thriving. So, I'm yelling at you. I'm upset. I grab your phone. I try to unlock it. Password's changed. I'm like, wow, you changed your password? I haven't. And you're like, oh, well, we're not engaged anymore. I'm like, we're not, but you made me have sex with you last night, so... And that wasn't fun. Despite me literally telling you several times, I'm not interested. I just want to go to sleep. I'm so tired. Like, when you have to comply with the sexual desires of someone, and you feel like if you don't, you'll be punished for it, you're sexually intimidating me. You are you're taking advantage of our relationship to acquire gratification for yourself, despite how I feel, despite if I want to or not. You're not a nice guy. I yell at you. You tell me you don't love me anymore. I ask you why. You say, because I'm yelling at you. I tell you that I'm upset. I'm upset. I'm about to cry. So I'm like, but I have a child with you. This is I gave you life. I gave you a reason to leave. Like a reason to leave and to live. I gave you life. My daughter gives you life. And you told her mother you don't love her anymore because she yells. Of course I'm gonna fucking yell. Look at how you fucking treat me. How you treat my daughter. You cannot handle my daughter. You and those creeps are playing house with my daughter. your sick mother, your sick sister, your sister, the sister of the family. She always wanted a third child. My daughter is not your third child. You have your own children. You do with them whatever the fuck you want. After you tell me you don't love me anymore, after you tell me it's because I yell, I decide to hand you my daughter. I hand you my daughter. I tell you I actually can't take this right now because your mother, who told me all about Manic Pixie, explained several times how she would go in on you in front of other people. You told me how sometimes she would embarrass you. She would yell at you so bad. But me, I'm yelling about how your family is treating me, how I can see the setup, how my mental health is being, how my physical health, how I'm drowning, and I just need a life raft. So, I go outside into the car, get into a whole episode about that later, or mini thing, but I mean, I gave you my old Prius, you get all of my money, our accounts were joined, you made me get rid of my accounts, come on, you financially control me. That's exactly why each time I left you, you cut off the cards. So I go to the car to create space because I just can't believe you just told me that, but you've been telling me all kinds of bullshit recently, so this shouldn't be that fucking deep, right? You come to the car. You're trying to get the car seat out. Mind you, this is just when the heat wave got started. She's breastfed. This is 9:30-ish in the morning. So she's about to get ready to take a nap because she gets up at like 6:30. I know her schedule. You don't pretend, pussy. Outside. We outside with it. Because you come the fuck outside with it. I'm on the phone with my best friend. Best friend knows. Best friend was on the phone. Best friend knows how you treat me. He was there for a month. Everyone knows how you treat me. They shouldn't be surprised. I'm sure they're not. Your ex literally left you talking about some I deserve better and found a Spanish man. Ay, Dios mío. Ay, Dios. Did you get with me to spite her? Lover, were you so hurt by her finding a brown person? Because let's get into it before I finish the PFA thing. Were you upset that she found a brown person and so you found a brown person? You never found black girls attractive. That's what you told me. They weren't your cup of tea. I know what your cup of tea is. It's the Manic Pixie girl. It's the white girl. It's the fucking girl from Scott Pilgrim Saves the World. And aren't you kind of like him, like lame? Sit on that, because I have been. You're so petty. You're so punitive. I wasn't the first black girl you were talking to. And the first black girl you were talking to, you went to go and share that with your ex as if she would give a fuck. My nigga, she's over here in bikinis with a Spanish man on a beach. She don't give a fuck about you. She could never give a fuck about you anymore. She saw exactly what you was and was like, I gotta fucking dip. Yo. Phew! Back to me being in the car. Here you come talking about some, you need the car seat. I'm like, where are you going? You're like, I'm going up to the park. Up to the park is literally up the driveway. The Mennonite Park is right the fuck over there. So I'm like, huh? And you're like, oh, I want to drive. Mind you, I literally think like you were on drugs or something. You had to be on something though, because you had been drinking and smoking with your uncle since shit has been hitting the fan. Mind you, real quick on the uncle, you're hated. His mother hates you. And you spoke about her talking about she's such a sweet spirit in the family. She hates you. She thinks you ruined her son's life because you introduced him to video games. Any fucking way. You don't need the car seat. I tell you that. Now I get out of the vehicle. I walk around to the passenger side. The back door. You're holding baby Ari. No, you're holding baby Ari while trying to unhook her car seat. While you're trying to unhook her car seat, I tell you that you know I'm leaving with my children. I don't trust you taking her. Why did you just leave Alpha inside? Why don't you change out of those hot sweats and go sit down somewhere? But I already knew that you and your whack ass mom and the fact that you fucking manipulated me into having sex with you that fucking night, you sick man. But you knew you guys were already plotting to take my child because you knew I'd snitch. You knew I would raise hell because I already was. And now the forest is on fire. It's okay. Sometimes a burn is needed for a cleansing. So, you can't achieve that. Best friend's still on the phone for a hot second. You stop trying to get, as you're trying to reach over and grab the car seat and shit, I'm gonna grab my daughter. Because who the fuck do you think you are? It's my daughter. It's my daughter. It's my daughter. It's my daughter. From me. From me. It's my daughter. Y'all are plotting in the background. I don't give a fuck talking about something trying to move. No. You are over here with my daughter. I'm going to take her. Now you think you're fucking tough. Now we're pushing back and forth. My nigga, you get a nosebleed looking at hentai. My daughter, whom has knocked you in the nose before, whom has caused you to bleed before, proceeds to be jostled around. I apologize to my daughter for that. But I knew if you took that car seat, I knew because you left Alpha inside. You were outside and I knew everything felt wrong. I knew you were moving against me, especially after you tell me you don't love me anymore. The son thinks he's smarter than me. But I've been the one running our entire family. You don't set appointments. You don't find resources. You don't handle daycare. I don't give a fuck. You visited one. Who gives a fuck? And that was shit. I found the better one. I am a parent. You are a child. And that's what they raised you to be. Nothing but a teenage boy. And only white men in America can grow up and continue to behave as teenagers and it be accepted. My black son, as soon as he is tall enough, will be a man. That is how society will see him. But your type, will always be allowed to be teenagers. I win in the jostle as soon as you are bopped upon thy nose by our daughter's cranium. You decideth. Now is the ultimate time. Now is it. You assaulted me. You hit me. When niggas say they mamas is right, I could always die. My mom! Call her. Call her. I get my son. I try to put them, my children, in their car seats. Now you're just belligerent. You're running around the vehicle. You're behaving erratically. I'm not going to call the police. I'm black. This is Trump County. I'm not dumb. I get my children into the vehicle the best way that I can. Alpha is in the front seat because you refuse to leave me alone to buckle them in. I haven't seen you behave this way before, but I forgot. You care so little about your mental health. You never consistently take your medication. And you confided in me that you had recently stopped taking your medication. That was when I had confided in you that I couldn't take your family anymore. I couldn't take you not doing anything anymore. It was driving me insane. it was driving me to starve myself, to loathe myself. Thank God I was in therapy. You, in all that space over there, refuse to be convinced to move from in front of the vehicle. I don't want to be right next to you. I don't know if you've called the police yet. I ask you politely, ask you nicely, then I've got to scream at you. Move from in front of the vehicle. No. Look at what you've did, what I've done. What I've done. Yes. What I've done is decide to leave you. And you can't handle that. So you impede my ability to vacate the area and seek solace away from you. You refuse to be moved from in front of the vehicle. I do accelerate. I press the gas pedal. We're going 1 to 2 miles. You move from in front of the vehicle to now you're just running alongside of it. And you have your arm on the windshield, on the mirror. You have your hand on the mirror. You're trying to run with the car. I'm asking you to let go. You don't want to let go. Because you know that when I leave, I take all the life with me. I take the force that got you from out of that fucking room. It's almost over. You let go. I'm not doing any more than 1, 2, 3 miles per hour. Period. We're not even getting up to 5. Period. That's gravel over there. Nothing but gravel. If you got dragged, you're thinner than me. We're talking a dragon. You never were dragged. You were never hit. You are just all consumed in victimhood. I get away from you. I drive up the lane. I text you. Receipts, receipts, receipts. Overnight, I'll be working on the Google Doc. Receipts. I text you to tell you that when the troopers arrive, I will give them, you can give them my phone number so I can give them my location. Because I've never seen you behave like this before. I don't want to be around you. But I'm not stupid. And mind you, the fact that you called Trump County, you called the state troopers on me, told them that I was attacking you. If they had come thinking a white man was in danger, and we were outside, if I was not in that vehicle and they pulled up to the scene, I could have been killed. 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 I am the mother of the child, you dare pontificate, you dare pretend that she is as much yours as she is mine. No. You want you want my daughter's life to only exist in victimhood. You don't want to be alone in it. So you'll sit there just like mother, just like the rest of the family, with my daughter and tell her, I did this. That I am the monster that she needs to be protected from. You, this family, those are the demons lurking in the background to stifle and prevent my daughter from discovering who she is and flourishing. She will never fly, never explore, never be Ariadne. With y'all, she would be Luna. Troopers pop up. Hey! Whoop, whoop, whoop! Niggas, fuck. There's like 5 state troopers. They be geeking up. They be getting excited. Pennsylvania state troopers, racist, not a secret, corrupt, not a secret. That's just that, not a secret. Fuck you mean. I know my rights. I articulate them. I explain what happened. You were so hyped to tell them that I smoke weed, so they come over. Are you under the influence? I said, no, I'm not under the influence, but I have my medical card. Check. Check. You know the fuck I'm not under the influence. We ain't smoked that day. You're under the influence. You don't have your medical card. What next? Calling daddy, calling mommy, let's pull up the tapes. You know damn well those fucking cameras don't record. But the fact that you wanted them pulled out, I wish they did. I genuinely wish they did. Because when the troopers asked me what would they see on those tapes, I literally was like, you wouldn't see shit because they're not recording. Trooper looked mad as shit. Well, what fuck you mad for? I know. I live over here. All your workers know where y'all little cameras is at too. But that's none of my business, right? Back to my business. They ask about that. I'm like, what you would see is a white man impeding my ability to leave with my children because I told him I don't want to be in a relationship anymore last night. And I've been packing up and he's been just popping off because he's mad and he's about to be left the fuck alone again. Okay, ma'am. Come back talking about some. And mind you, never. And I've been through several unfortunate domestic cases, domestic violence situations. I've never been asked if I receive mail at a location. They asked that so fast. They were like, but hey, do you receive mail here? And I was like, no, I don't, because this property isn't real. It's not permitted. It's not zoned. It's not anything. Our mail goes to their primary address, you know, so they can avoid property taxes and all that other shit. School tax, all that. Y'all owe Cumberland County some fucking money. While y'all running around on this shit, I hope y'all are ready to pay for that too. They tell you to leave, pussy. Why would I leave in the middle of a heat wave with both of my children when you can literally go back to mother's? You don't want to be in that room. Now you're the king of the house. Now you're getting pumped up and told she can't treat you like that. You better put her in her place. Put them in their fucking place. I love how Son has the ability to try to put me in my place. My place is above you. Always has been, always will be. You don't have a problem with me stealing from your family because you do. Okay. So, troopers come. They're here. Yep, I'm talking to them. I know my civil rights, doing the smart black girl thing, the polite thing. But then I also, and mind you, I was confused as to why there was a female trooper at the scene and she never spoke to me. That made me scared. I have 3 white men. Among them, Trooper Himmler. I'll say your name. You're a civil servant. I don't care if you were being nice. You know that the way these troopers were behaving was passive aggressive and the microaggressions were real. I had to, and I only felt comfortable because my children were in the car. I had to explain to them that I was about to sound rude, but that I know my rights. This house, I'm allowed to be here. I need time to get my things together, to get my children together, and to make plans. Why does one officer leave, come back, can't you go to your mother's house? I said, oh, can't he go to his mother's house? You know I have no desire, want to be around my mother. She does not take care of my children ever. Period. So, I'm getting my things together. You leave to go get high, to go hang out with your uncle, and your mom goes off to literally get cameras to try to set someone up. I hate that woman. She is so scary. You put a hidden camera in the warehouse. You know I don't get good service in the home at all. The cell booster is in the warehouse. You are not allowed to record private conversations, which is why I proceeded to, once I found it, because I saw your snake ass run in. I left to try to go to the courts. And I saw your snake ass run in there to drive down the lane, and I followed you. I followed you slithering into that warehouse. I watched you try to hide it, but I knew it was there. And I watched you sit outside while you were connecting it to the Wi-Fi. Do you think you're that smart? I knew these plays before you made them. It's not even to be on my own dick. Y'all niggas are hella predictable. Your son told you, I got some blackmail, and you were like, well, fuck it. If we can't use that 5K against her now since it's been a year, let's do some other shit. When you can't even use that footage. Yo! So let's get to the PFA. I got sued in court, baby. Chardonnay, baby, it's me. Catching cases. Love that for me. Here we go. Yak, yak, yak. I'm sued in court. PFA. This is filed July 20th. Huh. Just want to check out a little calendar real quick. Just for my well-being. Huh. Calendar.
It's on a Wednesday.
No, I'm not looking for when it was. I'm looking for the amount of time between when it was filed and now. So this was filed on the 20th. So 1, 2, 3. We're going to do business days only. But 1, 2, 3. Well, fuck it. I'm just going to count them all, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. This was filed 16 days ago. What was the rush yesterday? Because now it's August 4th. We're into new day. That's how long I've been fucking recording. New day, new shit. Wake up, smile, bitch. Let's read this order. It's late. I'm gonna go find this. It will be in Google Docs. You know, do a little redacty-dacty-dact. Have a little snacky-snack. I can't wait to release this. Alright, so here's his description. An argument from the previous night prompted high tensions in the morning. Chardonnay asked why I didn't love her. My response was that I did. She then slapped my face and got confrontational. I then picked my daughter up and went to the car to retrieve her car seat. She proceeded to slap me while she was in the driver's seat of the car. Chardonnay left the car and walked to me and attempted to rip my daughter. You called her my daughter? Clown. Attempted to rip my daughter from my hands. I gave in and let her have her because I feared she could be dropped. Chardonnay then took Ariadne and Alpha into the front of the car without any restraints. I then went to the front of the vehicle to attempt to prevent her from leaving without putting the children in their car seats. Chardonnay proceeded to push the accelerator and use the vehicle to push me up the driveway. I was screaming for help. For anyone in the area, and I called the police to intervene. They arrived. Chardonnay was then charged with simple assault. The police gave Chardonnay a couple of hours to pack her things and leave. She did not leave and wouldn't allow me to watch the kids for any period of time. I refused to leave because I knew my rights. I received mail there, and I didn't have to go. I told you that when you left. When the police, and mind you, they did not charge me with anything. Still haven't yet. I wonder why. Is it because you're a liar? Because this is nothing but lies. Let's break it down. An argument from the previous night prompted high tensions in the morning. Chardonnay, grammar, Chardonnay asked why I didn't love her. Why would I just ask you that out of nowhere? For what? My response was that I did. She then slapped my face and got confrontational. Why? Why would I do that? If you tell me you do love me, why am I slapping you and getting confrontational? That makes no sense. I then picked my daughter up and went to the car to retrieve her car seat. You didn't do that. I went to the car. I separated myself, and then I called my best friend. And also think about it. Why would you take the car seats out of the car and not just take the keys, put her in the car, and then leave? All the trucks are diesel. All your toys use premium gas, and her car seat don't fit in them. These are the things that my lawyer would have been asking you about because the burden of proof is on you. And you knew this shit was this some wacky dacky, goofy gaffy bullshit. You're a liar. And you're using the PFA system. You're using the civil system to punish me for leaving you. To punish me for not rolling over and accepting the way that your family and you treat me despite $5,000. I then picked my daughter up and went to the car to retrieve her car seat. She proceeded to slap me while she was in the driver's seat of the car. You got to the car first. You're trying to get the car seat out. Why would I be... How did I get to the driver's seat? You left to go out to the car first, right? So did I follow you out, get into the driver's seat, and then start slapping you? Why wouldn't I just come out to the car while you're trying to get the car seat out and start slapping you there? Chardonnay left the car and walked to me and attempted to rip my daughter from my hands. Nope, you had her in a cradle. We literally were hugging each other damn near because I put my arm in. You're trying to go over here grabbing stuff. I swing my arm right in. We locked now. Tango. Chardonnay then took Ariadne and Alpha into the front of the car without any restraints. So after, wait, hold on. I give in and let her because I fear she'll be dropped. No, you give in because she booped you in the nose with her head while she's being jostled back and forth. You get a nosebleed and act like I'm Mike Tyson. That's how you behaved. Chardonnay then took Ariadne and Alpha into the front of the car without any restraints. My guy, you're running around the car. I can't get the children in. You already started to take Ariadne's car seat out, so what do I? I'm afraid. I get into the front, my son's in the front. You act like we fucking you act like we went to Harrisburg with it or some shit, my nigga. No. I moved up the driveway to get the fuck away from you. Why would you just not move? I told you I don't want to be near you. Just move. And you're hanging on to the car like a fucking flag. For what? I then went to the front of the vehicle to attempt to prevent her from leaving without putting the children in their car seats. I addressed that. You didn't. Chardonnay proceeded to push the accelerator and use the vehicle to push me up the driveway. Again, you are a stick. This is a Prius and this is gravel. If I'm pushing you up the driveway, you would need damage. You never went to the hospital, which was something that would have been relevant for my lawyer to bring up. What he planned to bring up. Shit, I plan to do it, fuck it. Chardonnay proceeded. Oh wait, I was screaming for help for anyone in the area. No, you weren't. Trust me. Ha ha. Trust me, my little ha. Those Mennonite kids would have been like, fuck is going on? You wasn't screaming for shit. You were literally talking about some don't fucking leave. Bitch, yeah, explexa, blah, blah, blah. Then you called the police to intervene. Wrong again. You called the police when we were by the car, before I even moved. You didn't call them afterwards, but I'm sure you maybe made a second phone call. I'd love to find that out. Snitch. What are you snitching on anyway? Why are you calling the cops on a person you have a child with? Abuse. That's why the first time I left, you cut off my cards and blocked me. I was driving around in crisis, crying, begging to speak to you, and you blocked me. You took that backpack that your best friend gave you. There was a bottle of wine in there. You were off drinking, feeling bad for yourself. Wrapping it up. Chardonnay was then charged with simple assault. Wrong again. Wrong, just wrong. You lied. You fucking lied. You're a liar. Liar, liar, pants on fire. The police ain't talking about no fucking couple of hours because I set them straight. I was like, I'll stay here until I get removed. They're going to have to go file some paperwork. And you did. Got there before me. Talking about some, she did not leave and wouldn't allow me to watch the kids for any period of time. Y'all didn't want to watch the kids. Y'all wanted to watch me. Which is why creepy mommy dearest fucking snaky ass came over to put the camera in the warehouse to watch me. You want a be me type time. Want some get out type time. Honey, you know what the fuck I am. Better. I won't forget where the fuck I came from. Talking about some prior acts. Chardonnay has threatened suicide on multiple occasions and said that I should be worried about our children. Ain't nobody tell you to be worried about shit, pussy. And then why the fuck, last time while I'm driving around in crisis with my children, you block me? I'm driving around with them. I am sobbing. I said, all I want you to do is just support me. This is wrong. Say something. Please say something. This is wrong. Say something. I'm not you. You're not anybody. You're not real. You have no personality. You have no soul. You have no spirit. You are a void. I shared with you how I felt about my mental health. I explained to you that continuing to be around your family makes me feel suicidal. I am being made to feel like I destroyed a family, and now, maybe now, y'all can think that, feel that, sob about it. I have been shamed. These motherfuckers want to drag me through the streets, and I won't have it. I will not have it all. I will not take it. I am not alone. I am not unloved. My children, I pray over them. I shall not fail them. I pray over myself. I am being prayed over. I will acquire the tools necessary to prevent the suffering of my daughter. She was a breastfed baby, and you took her from her mother. All she screams is mama. I am her mama. You, mother, will never be her mama. That is I. That is me. You are not that. And son, you as a father, my daughter will know I have this as a record. She will sit. She will listen. She will know. The white savior complex you guys are running on ended. I don't know who can save you now, but it won't be me. It won't be my daughter. Remove every image of my son from everything. He is not your token. My son has a father. And despite him putting me through a similar hell, white people have money, so they get to do it better. The freight is coming. This is righteous. I have sinned. I've stolen. But I am a mother. I am a woman. I am a survivor, and there is no way, not me, that I will allow this to go on without waging a war. The day, mind you, it is the day or the day after you filed your PFA. And yeah, it was, because the incident happened on the 19th. You filed on the 20th. If I'm not mistaken, I filed on the 21st. Could be mistaken. Receipts will be provided. I've never been served before over the phone, so that was different. You were so concerned when I told you that I feel like I genuinely cannot bear this alone and I want to kill myself. Why didn't you just stop that? Why didn't you file a PFA then? Why didn't you stay? Why did you go to work that day? Your family is in crisis, and you choose to go kick it and day drink with borderline pedophiles. You do not care about my daughter. I call you crying. I don't have the best service here. Go get some. What is wrong with you and that family? I retain a lawyer. He files proper paperwork. Right? He's doing his job. He's worked on a case before for me with my son's father. I have rapport with this lawyer. Other lawyers I contact don't have the availability, because when someone files a PFA, they can just go. The hearing is the next week. The courtesy or the thought that my lawyer had was that he obviously needed this continued. He can't take it right now, and the order is going to remain the way they wanted, which, mind you, included you having my daughter. There was no rush to push this through. None. There was no reason to object to the continuance except for the fact that this lawyer cannot stand up on her legal prowess. So she has to use sleight of hand. She's got to manipulate any opening. That's what lawyers do. She knows that this is bullshit. She knows that. I spoke to her. She knows that. I gave her the read too. She knows that. Having to give my daughter to my brothers so that you can keep her from me. So that you can punish me for what you think I am taking from you. You won't. You have the house. You have your businesses. You have your shit. It's not enough to take away everything else because I am homeless, jobless,